you were level 20 monk in like a either medieval or modern modern world, and like you could deflect bullets with your fists, and you could spirit punch people's souls out of their bodies, and just do wild ass monk Assassin's Creed shit.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
cool.
That's what the trailer's showing me, that while I've got it muted, I'm just like, it's not gonna be this at all, is it?
No.
And based on the mostly negative off of a mere 22 review, I 22% of the 22 reviews are positive. Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. Oh damn. Oh.
Yes, here we go. That's what I was looking for. The
Why are so
brand.
many of the negative reviews
Yeah.
are tagged with product received for free?
Yes.
Oh.
Oof.
So
Hey,
here we
Simple
go.
Gear. That's always nice to
Reflector
see.
Entertainment brand director is the co-founder of the Sweet Baby Initiative.
Oh
Oh
man,
boy.
Oof.
that's
Big
rough.
oof.
Yeah.
You know what? What do the reviews say about?
They wiped out 99% of the forum discussions because they were saying negative things about the game.
Of course they would.
Okay. Apparently the default controls are awful, which is never a good thing. The fact that someone's like immediately switched to another control scheme, that's never good. Hey, Killionaire, shut your mouth. I don't want Sneaky looking at Symphogear fanfiction. I don't need that ruined for me on this stream.
Oh, don't worry. I will never look at Symphogear fanfiction because I couldn't give enough of a fuck about Symphogear to actually look at it.
Yeah, but it'll torment Max, so
It'll torment 3 people here,
I'm
but also
probably
Yeah,
I'm one of the
not
few
a
people
great.
to have never done anything to Sneaky to warrant that, though.
exactly.
as
But
though
yeah,
he needs an excuse.
generally
Sneaky,
speaking,
okay. Let me
I
put it another
do.
way. Sneaky and I value our friendship.
Yeah.
That
Like,
should just make him want to do it more.
No, it shouldn't.
No. You see, when you're an actually decent friend to me, I don't go out of my way to fuck with you.
I think the only time Sneaky's gone out of his way to fuck with me was when I like unprovokedly did something awful, and that happened once in our friendship.
Yeah, it was Left 4 Dead.
Oh, it always goes back to Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
But yeah, I could not give a singular fuck about Symphogear, so I'm probably never gonna read anything on the stream for it. It's just how it is. It's like I know that if we read Gundam stories, it would greatly harm the two Gundam lovers in the chat. But I could not give a singular fuck about Gundam. So we just don't do it.
I honestly don't know if the fans can do anything worse on fanfiction.net to Gundam that hasn't already been done to Gundam officially.
By Gundam, yeah, I figured as much.
There's been some bad stuff done to Gundam by Gundam.
Didn't they just make a Muslim Gundam or some shit?
No, that looked
just
like it
released
was
They
that
made
was
a-
something else. That was a
That's something
fan-made
else?
thing that
Hey,
someone
Kaz.
did, and
Hello.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, Zealander.
That was some real. I decided to watch the 2 minutes that Cruel tagged the Gundam fans for in this server.
Yeah,
That was some really solid 3D tech they were using.
yeah.
Bro's dedicated.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
saying, fucking Unreal Engine 5, if it wasn't attached to such a shitty company, that shit's fucking wild, man. Did you guys see the recent tech trailer that just came out for it? With the real life syncing?
Was this the one you sent me
No.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks ago?
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that, but all I know is like, well, Sneaky sent this to me, which means it's another fucking breakthrough that once again Epic is responsible for, and I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, basically, it's a way to render real people into a 3D animated scene with seamless transition.
Oh, Oh, they cracked that particular. Oh God.
Yeah, so
Well,
basically what
that's
you do
good
is
and
you have a
bad.
green screen room, right? And then you
Yeah.
set up 16 lights with multicolor function surrounding the person in question that's going to be in the scene in a circle. And then depending on the illumination in the rendered scene, it will sync with the lights in the green screen room to properly illuminate from the correct direction at the correct luminosity and the correct coloring the person in the room.
So, for various camera angles.
Yeah, no, completely. It basically God rays into real life.
Yeah, that.
It's ludicrous.
It is.
Kind of cool, though.
That. Yeah, no, that's a barrier I feel like people in want to crack since like the early 90s when we started seeing more CG, just in general, in entertainment media.
Cause like,
Yeah. The Matrix, could you imagine what
We
you could do with that shit?
we settled for motion capture.
mm-hmm.
That is no longer the barrier.
Uh-huh.
Now the barrier is, do you have the space and do you have the money for the equipment?
Well,
Which will
on
be a
top,
one-time investment. Oh my God, there's some real money to be had off setting up a studio to rent out for shit like this.
well,
And do you have
it's
the
even more
cards to
insane,
render?
right? It's even more insane than you think, Max, because you can pair this with the animation library system that UE5 now uses.
They've been using an animation library since UE4.
No, no. Not
So
the
wait, you
same
can
way.
just scan in your human, make a model from the human, and then run animation library animations using your human model.
Even better.
It gets better.
So, yes. So
How did they change the animation library?
they added blending, native blending into the animation library. So basically what you do is you have the person motion capture themselves walking left, walking right, walking back, walking forward, jumping. And then if you wanted to animate them jumping to the left, you just combine walking left and jumping together, and it naturally just simulates what it would look like if they were walking left and then jumping.
Oh, so
like
we
all
can
of
just
the
make shit up by combining previous stuff you got.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty unique because my understanding of animation libraries has been, I don't know, in the last 15 years, they've figured out how to staple libraries together.
Yeah.
But that's all it is. We figured out how to, so like, I will take this animation, great, and then I can staple it into this animation to just transition between them, versus let's take this animation's ability to move left with this animation's ability to move up and just throw them together. That's new.
Like, basically, if you, like, were jumping, and then, you reached a mantle spot, instead of playing the jump animation and then playing the mantle animation because you hit the mantle flag zone, it would show the character just jumping, grabbing onto the ledge, and then pulling themselves up, instead of just playing two animations back to back.
It just blends them into a now third anime. They are literally cutting out 25 to 40% extra work to make sure animations look good going together.
Yep, and because all of the animations can blend together, you can still do shit like someone jumping left, grabbing onto the ledge, and pulling themselves up. You know, like you don't need to make custom animations for every fucking angle and degree now. You can just get a foundation set and then tell the AI this is what needs to happen when this happens.
Sneaky, when's the last time I told you I fucking hate Epic for being at the forefront of all this?
Probably the last time I sent you a video.
No, I don't know. I didn't say anything last time you sent a video. I hate Epic's at the forefront of all this. I'm glad the breakthroughs are being made. I'm just not happy with the one who's making it.
Fair.
Well, if they've got the time, effort, people, and money.
Yes, but
Why isn't
using
anyone else
UE.
investing in it?
Because engine making is incredibly hard and insanely costly. And basically the problem is when it comes to making an engine is that if you are publicly owned, investors hate it when you make an engine because that's money you're spending that isn't going to make money in their eyes because they're fucking stupid and they don't understand tech debt.
Yeah. It's not directly making a product.
Well, we unfortunately have moved long past the days where investors understood that spending money to make money means you have to be patient and let the money actually give you a return.
Yeah.
That's a waste of time. They want instant return.
That's what I. Sign. Turn your hearing aid on. Time to boost it.
Oh, sign. Holy fuck.
You good?
Yeah. I'm just taking my cup of water out of the dishwasher, and it decided to fly across the fucking room like goddamn Superman.
Quit throwing it.
I didn't!
Clearly you did.
Did it just slip out of your hands?
No, I put it down, and I walked away, and then it was like...
Maybe your local poltergeist is trying to tell you something.
No, my local poltergeist can get in fucking line and stop trying to destroy my shit.
Maybe he doesn't want you
to.
I don't know.
I can't believe Sneaky accidentally figured out how to store momentum in objects and then release it at a later point.
I learned how to Gary's mod, don't you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, you've got a stand.
Yeah, truly.
Sneaky stand wouldn't be anything near that good.
Friction control.
No, not at all.
First off, he's the last person that needs access to that. I don't want to imagine the utter chaos he would get up to it with.
What, you don't want to see Zooey Sneaky around?
He's not going to use it on himself to zoom around. He's going to use it to cause chaos.
True.
He could do both at the same time.
He's not coordinated enough to use it to zoom around.
I'm not coordinated enough to zoom around at all. Yeah, my ability to react to things is very weird, right? So like, I hear a scream, I can instantly 180 and headshot a hunter leaping for me. But don't ask me to catch a ball heading straight towards me in a parabolic arc. After you tell me it's going to do so. It's not happening.
Okay. Depth perception?
I'm sorry, I'm just now enjoying. I'm now enjoying the idea of a. Thank you, Or, for that scene. I forgot that scene existed until I saw the first frame there.
I will say that is a very fond memory of mine. However, is
that scene?
Oh no. When I was in high school, we were doing baseball one day. And I was like, I'm just going to go to the outfield because I can't fucking catch. I can't fucking throw. I can't bat. So I'm just going to not be here. And they're like, okay.
I'll just be out of the way.
Yeah. And so they're like, okay. And so I'm just kind of fucking around in the outfield. And one of my classmates was like, you know, Sneaky, you really should be paying attention. And so I hold out my mitt. And I'm like, what's gonna happen? The ball's just gonna fall into my fucking hand? And it did. And I looked at it. She looked at it. And everyone else looked at it. I was like, I caught it.
What else are you supposed to do? Like...
Okay.
And everyone's like, what the fuck?
I thought Sneaky was shit at this. He was lying the entire time.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good times were had. They all thought I was the fucking nerd. Well, they all knew I was the nerd. But they forgot that I played soccer. So when it came time for kickball, they were like, oh, haha, you know, Sneaky's gonna go kick the ball. I'm like, yeah.
Don't stand in front of me.
Don't stand in front of me. And they stopped trying to catch it after the first couple times because the pitcher tried to catch it one time, and it started fucking spinning like a goddamn Beyblade in their hands so fast they actually got like 3rd-degree burns on their hands. Is it 3rd-degree or 1st-degree? Which one's the least?
First.
First. They got 1st-degree burns on their hands. Really? Are you sure it's first?
I'm sure 1st-degree burns are equivalent to little red marks, abrasions. 3rd-degree isn't actually the worst. The worst is 4th-degree, where you get down to seeing bone and shit, and it's just black char.
But I mean, like, yeah, no, like they actually had like their hands got a little bit bloodied from the friction.
Oh, cool! You gave them rope burn.
Just abrasions.
Yeah, rope burn effectively. Yeah, it was just spinning so fast with their hands, and they're fucking standing there shaking, trying to hold the ball, and then it shoots up out of their hands, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Oh, yep. Good days. Good
memories in soccer.
Yeah. Back when I was able to run.
Oh, you could still run now. It's not too late to start that again.
Oh, no, I can't. The lung damage causes me to collapse into asthmatic fits whenever I try to do anything exercise-wise that is more straining than walking.
Of course.
Tested this. I tried going on a simple bike ride, asthmatic fit. Tried running, asthmatic fit. Lifted a heavy object, asthmatic fit.
Well, me suggesting pogo sticking as an exercise is an awful idea then.
Yes, probably going to cause me to have asthmatic fit. And you know what the most unfortunate aspect is? Out of everything, the one medication I'm allergic to is inhalable steroids.
Oh.
To prevent asthmatic fits.
Which would...
It causes me to have extreme hives.
Oh,
in my throat.
That's rough.
Yeah. So I can't take asthma medication.
Good news, Sneaky. There is a fix for your asthma. Bad news, it will also kill you.
Yes, that's quite literally what happened. They're like, well, here's just your asthma medication. You should take it. I'm like, okay. And I took it, and my throat closed up. And they're like, well, then, you should try this asthma medication. And I took it, and my throat closed up. And they're like, okay, then. We're going to stop subscribing this stuff to you. I'm like, okay. Well, that sounds like a good plan there.
I think between between the option of going until the medication kills the patient or letting the patient die a slower death over decades, I think I know which one they picked.
Yeah.
They don't want a death on their conscience.
They're like, well, we can try and find other medications for your asthma. And I was like, yeah, I'm good.
So are you allergic to steroids, or is it just the specific ones that are used for asthma?
Well, I've never had to take other forms of steroids, so I'm not actually sure.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not fully certain what the extent of the allergy is. All I know is inhalable steroids were not permitted. So this entire time was just a large distraction so I could acquire the nutrients that is
of course.
Spicy rum.
Of course. Also, Sneaky, apparently that the something 9 Awakened.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's a stealth game, and I'm gonna be honest. Based on the launch trailer, that shouldn't be a stealth game. That should really just be like what we talked about. You're a level 20 monk with all the abilities a level 20 monk is expected to have, stuck in a different world and timeline. And you just go around dealing with shit.
But you'd be too OP, and that wouldn't be a challenge. And every game needs to be a challenge, not just straight up fun from the beginning.
You know, sometimes a power fantasy is perfectly fine and totally lasts for like 20 to
Yep,
40 hours of game time.
yep, I agree
It
100%.
it is possible. It's
They
difficult,
don't
but
want to do
possible.
it. But they don't want to fucking do it. You can give me the power fantasy and make aspects of it challenging at the same time.
Nonsense.
Not
Nonsense.
too much work.
Maybe eat local honey. I do eat local honey. Not because of the health properties, but because I just like honey a lot.
I need to eat honey a lot more often. What I need to do is I need to find someone who actually sells like a blueberry honey in jars and not just the fucking straws.
Mm,
I
yeah,
actually
honey
really
straws are
love
tasty.
I actually really love blueberry flavored honey. It
Well,
tastes
I mean,
great.
Max, you know the solution to that is to simply plant some blueberry bushes in your backyard and also put up an apiary.
Oh yeah, the simple solution for the guy who's actually scared of stinging insects. Because when he was younger, like pre-K younger, he thought he made friends with a yellow jacket, so he went to catch it in his hands for nap time. It stung him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was,
Never made that mistake again.
yeah, well, those guys are kind of assholes.
That happened to Gray twice.
And bees are real chill boys, though. Unless you fuck around, then you will find out, but bees are usually pretty chill.
That
depends on
depends
the
on the
type
bait.
of bee.
Yeah,
Well,
very heavily
sure, it
depends on
depends
the
on the
bait.
type of bee, but you're not gonna get the fucking African killer bee out here.
No, but we have ground bees here, and they will fuck you up.
Well, you're also not going to be using ground bees for your fucking blueberry honey sign.
You don't know that.
I do know that!
I'm pretty sure
What?
that's not how it works, Sign.
You could just buy some blueberries and make your own. You know.
Wait, what did
That's
I miss? So we make
not
fun of sign
how
again?
that works at
That's
all.
You can't.
jam or jelly, bro. I'm trying.
Yeah.
You can't make.
Wait, is he talking about making your own penicillin using fucking berries?
No.
Not talking about
Not
penicillin.
yet!
I don't
No, not yet. He hasn't suggested that yet, but I'm sure if we keep on this topic for another 10 or 15 minutes, we would have gotten there.
I
Don't you
just
know
saw
you
Killian
use
there talking about
pizza?
penicillin, and I thought we were talking about how signs are wrong, so I put them together.
No. You use pizza to make your penicillin. Don't you know?
Yes,
Ninja
of course.
Turtles taught me that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Anyway, no, what we're talking about, Sign, is the flavoring that honey gains when bees ingest a certain type of pollen from specific plants.
Okay, I got you. So it's not actually
which can
mixed.
also mildly change the color. Odds are
Yes.
the blueberry flavored honey I've had some artificial coloring added to it because I doubt the bees are actually producing blue honey.
No.
No,
But
actually,
I've never looked in the apiaries, so
it really depends on their sourcing of the sugars and the pollen. So if I've seen this done before. I don't know how true it is, but from what I've heard of from the people down in Florida, they would basically take ripe blueberries and mash them up and then leave them out for the bees, and the bees would go eat them and then also puke that up into the honey. Antifreeze honey? Do not.
No.
No.
who the fuck is suggesting that?
LeMay.
Oh, in the chat I can't see it because I don't keep the
YouTube
YouTube
got open. Yeah.
open.
But anyway, point being though is no the if you've ever had real honey from real bees, the flowers that they ingest make a massive difference in the flavoring.
I just don't need enough to tell a difference.
Honestly, I just need to track down a local beekeeper to get my hands on actual
I'm the
local
sort of
honey.
guy that back when I went to the Cobble Skill Sunshine Fair, back when it was cool and good and not lame and cringe, so about 15 years ago, I used to go bother the beekeeper constantly, and I would buy like $30 of honey sticks every day. I really like honey.
You know what's great about honey? Lasts forever.
Once it starts fermenting.
And in which case, then you have mead.
Now you've got the start of mead.
Yes.
You know what to do from there.
Yeah.
But no, I love that honey. Like literally, like this shit just lasts forever.
Yeah, I
It's stored
remember they
correctly. And the way to store it is actually super easy. Just put it in a sealed container. Like I think they
Yeah.
found pots like
of Egyptian
hundreds of
honey.
years old,
Yeah.
and it's
Yep.
like, oh, this honey's still good. What? Yeah, no, this honey's still good
Yeah, no,
Dark,
I
keep it in the dark.
because it's
It's so good.
antimicrobial
yeah.
and it doesn't absorb moisture,
I will
so
say,
it
Egyptian
can't
honey,
invite it.
that was some top tier shit. The Egyptians knew what they were doing. I've had Egyptian honey before. That was some tasty shit.
What did that cost to get your hands on?
Like twice the price of normal honey.
Jesus.
That's not bad.
And it was
Makes
like a really
sense.
small container, yeah. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the people that try to like put spices and herbs into the honey. I kind of just like my honey straight, raw, unfiltered, unflavored. Tasty.
Yeah, that's I wasn't aware there were people that did that to their honey. That's
Oh
kind of
yeah, no,
monstrous. I'm gonna be honest.
it's this whole like preying on the retard sort of thing where, you know, the average idiot's like, "Oh, honey's cool and all, but like this is specialty honey because it's infused with 16 herbs."
Ah, the dumbass.
Yeah, and they paid like $40 for like 5 ounces.
And
Fuck
you're
no.
just sitting there like, hey man, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's honest. I hate shit like that so much. Like you don't. It's like when people fuck with a good recipe. Like don't fuck with what's already good. Like
Yeah.
my favorite fried chicken in the world is it's called Barberton style fried chicken. It's a recipe that came over from Serbian immigrants, and it's called Barberton style chicken because you can only get it in Barberton, Ohio. So they gave the recipe to a recipe book and even shared it with like local newspapers when they did so. And the recipe book is like, use panko breadcrumbs. And I'm like, I've been eating this shit for years. Ain't no way that's panko. And when they were interviewing the owner, like, so do you use panko? He's like, no. I don't know why they did that. I think they were just trying to add class to the dish. It's like, God, just stop fucking with what works.
Well, it's also probably like we were paid by Panko to include it.
You just stop fucking with what works though. Plain breadcrumbs is what goes on this chicken, not panko. Panko is
Well-
a different style and seasoning.
Well, you see,
Stop.
Max, the thing is with a lot of people is that they're stupid, and they
I
always
know.
think they can improve it because they know better.
No,
I
they
know.
don't.
I know, because when I try to go find like simple recipes, like how do I make the simplest loaf of bread? This is a recipe that was passed down from my grandma to me, and I improved it. It's like, give me the recipe your grandma had.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You
Give
didn't
me the-
improve it.
Give me this recipe immediately.
I want the recipe from your childhood, not the recipe you're forcing on your children.
Give me the number of your grandma. I am requesting the recipe from her, not you. Fuck you.
She's dead.
Have
Well,
your
then
grandma
give me a
send me
fucking
her
shovel because
cookbook.
I'm about to dig up the recipe like it's a
I'm
pile
about
of
to
gold.
go become a necromancer.
I had to learn some necromancy, BRB. Like,
Other people learn necromancy to gain power over the undead and other things,
Yeah.
and gain
I-
unnaturally long lifespans. You get it for extra fried chicken.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yes.
resurrect your parents so they can beat your ass for ruining their recipe.
Yeah. And the recipe, of course, is like we had to make a couple changes, which honestly, the changes they made were primarily in the prep stage, because the original recipe is very interesting. Because the original recipe is like, hey, so you're gonna take your chicken, and you're gonna let it tenderize. Okay, well that takes some time. So like, well, just use salt water. That's a really quick way to brine something and get it tender quickly.
Sure.
It also adds a little flavor. The next part is chill the chicken for 2 hours. Well, the original recipe, like the old Serbian immigrant
Yeah.
recipe, the prep stage for the chicken was 2 to 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
Average
they're-
Serbian recipe.
It's like Jesus.
Average Serbian recipe.
But it's some of the best fried chicken I've ever had.
You know what? I
Yeah.
actually do have another funny little story about stung by flying insects. So,
Oh, good.
up in the Catskills, I have a family member who owns a home there, and they have a maple farm. And at the end of their driveway,
Boy.
there is a large, on the bottom of a hill, there is a large metal container where all of the maple syrup gets stored. And during the off season, the canister isn't cleaned out. So, the wasps? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the general wasp. I don't know what their specific breed was. Wasps made their nest inside the metal container. Me with my older sister and my younger sister, we were down by the container one day. Well, my younger sister was walking down towards us, but me and my older sister were there, and we were drumming on the container, having fun. And then we started hearing bzzz.
Yeah, you've shared this one before.
Yes, I have. And
Oh, good.
I go, oh fuck, and start just booking it up the hill, running past my sister, screaming, "Run!" And she just stood there. Huh? And then as I'm making my way up the hill, I start to hear screaming as my sister continued to just stand there. Until all the wasps started stinging her.
No survival instinct.
And I got stung like maybe 5 times, like on my ears and neck and shit, and it wasn't a big deal. She got stung like 30-something times. Like, her whole face was fucking swollen.
Jesus.
I mean, kind of deserved. I'm gonna be honest.
She would not survive in ye olden days.
She just has no reaction at all. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is, but the survival instinct in current modern society is non-existent.
NPCs.
Hi, ma'am. Sorry to bother you, but I really need that sugar cookie recipe of yours. Yeah, no, 100%. Just make a D&D character out of it. You know, make that your D&D backstory. Is that, yeah, you're a necromancer, but you're going around restoring recipes by resurrecting the people that came up with them and getting the real recipe from them.
That's how you write an actually not good but neutral necromancer. Just go like
Neutral
just
good
like,
necromancer.
It's probably chaotic neutral, honestly.
Chaotic neutral necromancer.
All right,
yes.
his
Are you
background.
the inventor of this cookie recipe? Yeah. Do you know what your son's been doing with it?
No.
His official
Or just,
job
like,
title. That
alternatively, it could actually, you could flavor it as like lawful neutral, actually.
Yeah. No, his self-proclaimed job title is food restorer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Food archivist.
You just
I
have one
restore
family
foods to their native
He
land.
actually just has an entire grimoire filled with both spells for undead resurrection and shit, and also all of the cooking recipes.
He just
That's
has
my
one
cookbook.
family constantly hunting him down because he brought back the recipe of their mother's health food recipes that they all hated.
Indeed. And then to make
Yeah,
it
there's
even
just some
better,
family
it's like
feuding.
it's like in his fucking grimoire, it's like, you know, if assistance is needed, please consult the spell to call forth this specific soul. So I know the recipe calls for this, but right now I only have access to this right now. What would you recommend as a replacement? It's tech support for cooking.
Oh, God.
Fair.
Oh god.
I really love this idea now.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's-
so
it-
Hmm?
Nothing. Just like just imagining it in a future setting now or a modern setting.
yeah.
It's like this lich just now runs a Food Network himself, and one of the shows is like, so we resurrected your great grandmother you said you got the recipe from, and just cut to the owner of the restaurant sweating bullets now. It's like, oh no. No,
Gordon
no.
Ramsay with like a really old grandma. This
Oh,
broth
actually,
is
you know what? Even
fucking
better.
raw.
Even better. Call it food versus food. And it's people submit their family recipes, and they have to compete against the person who originally made the recipe.
Oh damn.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be great.
And if they beat the original recipe, they earn, you know, a whole bunch of money or like assistance starting up a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, so something incentivizing it, obviously.
Yeah.
Wait, I just checked the stream. Worm is in the book section.
Yeah, it's always been in the
Yeah.
book section.
I mean, I don't read Worm, so.
Always has been.
Always has been.
It shouldn't.
Well, no, there
It should
was
be
a
like
web novel
miscellaneous.
section.
No, it should be in miscellaneous, probably.
I was pretty sure
Fanfiction
there was a
authors
web
and
novel
actually
section.
knowing what they're
and
writing.
Yeah.
They just merged them.
Well, at least if we're hopeful, we'll never have to see it in TV or movies.
You just spoke
What?
that into existence. You
What's
bastard.
who now?
God damn it.
Oh,
What's what now?
sorry.
This just gave us Worm for TV.
I
Oh, what's
said,
that?
yeah, hopefully we'll never have to see it in TV or movies, though.
You
Oh,
have
don't worry.
cursed-
He's never gonna get a publishing deal. He's too spastic for that.
Yeah,
You
no one will
say
be able to
that.
deal with him.
Okay, are you really gonna look me in the eyes and honestly tell me that you think the writers of HBO could somehow make Worm worse than it already is?
Potentially, yes.
Yes.
You're assuming that HBO are the ones who grab it.
Yeah.
What? Who
It's-
else could grab it? The
it's
fucking
so-
Comedy Channel?
And
I'm honestly
Amazon
Netflix or Amazon would absolutely try and grab that if they found out that it was a cultural
Netflix, yeah.
phenomenon for a short time.
Yeah, Netflix, I could buy it.
I think Netflix is definitely the more likely between all of those.
I mean, you know what? That's fair. You know, Worm is racist enough for Netflix.
Mm.
And Wild Bow is exactly the kind of person they would buy a show from.
Yeah.
Of course, they'd have to change some things like Taylor and Amy and Vicky and
No, there's plenty of diversity already in Worm.
they
Plenty of
couldn't
black
have
characters,
Sophia be
black female
black
characters.
and also bad. Sophia would have to be white and Taylor would have to be, well,
Yeah.
yeah, they just straight color Jewish. She's not.
She's
canonically, but
finally
they would do
Hebert.
it.
Wait,
God.
wait. Emma's already. I. So
No,
is Emma just going to be
Taylor.
erased from the story then?
No. Emma's
Mm.
Emma's gonna be a.
Hmm.
They went from a ginger to they usually
No, wait,
no,
hold
well,
on.
no, but Emma's
But she's a
canonically Jewish.
villain.
Remember?
Oh shit, you're
Wait,
right.
Emma? No, she's not.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Jewish.
Yeah.
Like the redhead Emma.
Yes.
Yes. Taylor's old
don't
best friend
remember
that
that.
turned on her.
Mm-hmm.
When
I don't
does
know
that
why.
drop?
I think the reason I remember is because that was part of why her father was targeted by the ABV for some
Oh
reason.
God, fucking
Huh?
Emma.
No,
Oh.
I thought it was just a random fucking thing.
What? Wait,
When
what?
did
That
this
was.
No,
drop?
no, it was targeted. No, it was targeted.
Yeah.
Wait, what I missed? I was my breakfast burrito got here.
Oh, Emma's
It's-
Jewish.
Sign is just now learning
Barnes?
about that little.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
I've never heard that. Yeah, Barnes.
not, not even just like I appreciate that he went from confused like sign to just immediately accepting.
I
He
mean,
remembered Barnes and Noble existed, and it was like, oh yeah, Jewish owns that entire business. Makes sense.
Jesus, cat.
What an
wow.
odd way to
I mean, that's one way to
make
do it, I
those.
suppose.
Yeah, it is. I don't think
Weird
it's a good
connection
way,
there.
but it's a way.
It's how my mind works. It's the tism.
Barnes isn't typically one of the common names, though.
Yeah. You realize people can change their last
Yeah, they
name, right?
changed names. I'm
Oh.
aware.
I'm just gonna leave
Well,
that
to be
one in
honest-
chat and not comment on it.
I'm gonna be honest. I would have been more surprised, but just because of the fact that I've never really heard Alan as a Jewish name. Like the first name fucks me up more than
No.
anything.
Hmm.
Like, I couldn't see them going with that route in the current political climate. They'd have to change Sophia and Emma both to be both just they're purely white girls and make Taylor some kind of some DEI thing.
Oh God.
Okay. I'm going to say that we should go ahead and move on before this.
I was
Anyway.
gonna say, I feel like we've been on this conversation enough. Huh?
Portal! After the locker, Taylor gains the power to teleport things up to 3 times her body weight between 2 stamps. If you're having trouble to understand how broken this is, it's literally the Harasshin.
Really?
Yes.
So she got the ability to move a locker's worth of material between 2 points she touches.
Yes.
Yes. And also, she doesn't have anything else that Minato does that makes him up with the Harasshin, like the Rasengan, weapons, anything.
Or
I
the
mean,
fact that
look-
he worked his ass off to even crack space-time seals for that.
Right?
And master the technique that the second created.
It
Which is
brings
weird
a,
how that's-
brings a
You
new,
just had the
brings a
ability
new
to
meaning
teleport-
to fucking mail order bombs. Send
damn
someone
it.
a letter with the stamp on it and just be like,
God damn
they've
it.
received the letter now. Teleports bomb.
God
They have
Mm.
received the letter. Deliver the teleporter bomb.
But no, if you can't figure out a way to work out infinite stamps that you can use to teleport to or teleport things to, just two?
2.
Okay, even just two by itself. If you can't work out just two of those to basically take over Brockton Bay, you're doing it wrong.
To be fair, you could use bug powers to take over Brockton Bay as well, and
Yes.
you can use invisibility and memory forgetting to take over Brockton Bay. You can use...
The power of the
Also,
gun.
as an aside, this ability isn't that broken unless Taylor starts on a proper Southern diet to get some meat on those bones.
Yeah, she's basically useless.
And
Because,
assassination
like,
guns.
I was ready to fight Lung.
The fuck you are.
wait,
No, the fuck you
is that
aren't.
the opening line? I'm ready
That's
to face
the
the
opening
dragon?
line. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
With what, a
Tweety,
nuke?
he is probably
Yeah.
4 times your weight. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
As a
teleport his lower
human,
half.
He gets bigger
Wait,
and
did she do
stronger.
that?
Of course, if I were straightforward about my intentions, people might get the wrong idea. If I was straightforward about my intentions, people would misunderstand me. That is a sentence I have never heard in my entire life.
If I just told people I was going to kill Lung, they wouldn't agree with it.
Not disagree with it. misunderstand me.
How do you misunderstand that? I'm going to beat the fuck.
That's my
I might kill him.
point.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go
know-
fight Lung. What did she mean by this?
Yeah, no.
Thanks for
Th-
warning
this-
me. I need to pre-order a new Tombstone, honey.
This really feels like a thing of like people will misunderstand. It's like, no, sweetie, they don't misunderstand what you're saying. They're baffled at the fact you think you can do it.
Shit, now that I think about it, that's actually pretty fucking metal, Kaz.
What? Pre-order a new Tombstone?
Before you kill someone, you mail them their tombstone.
That oh, that is
That
fucking
that
sick,
feels like
actually.
something straight out of a fucking western tale.
That-
Right?
That reminds me of Hunter x Hunter taking the shovel to dig the grave of your opponent.
So I'd made up a
Hmm.
ridiculous lie about jogging as my hobby.
Average Bostonian.
Huh?
Wait.
If I
You
was
think
straightforward with my
jogging as a-
intentions, so I made up a lie about jogging. Anyone
You
who
don't even have to
knew
lie to
me
say jogging,
would
you just
know
copy.
that I don't jog and would have seen through this lie.
Oh no.
Okay,
Are we
you know
reading
what?
Fat
She's-
Taylor? Wait, are we
Well,
reading a
that's-
story about a Fat Taylor?
Maybe.
She's a teenager. She's obviously full of shit. So
Okay, so this is
and
supposed to be
retarded.
after the locker incident, and she took up
Yes.
jogging as a way to
Yes.
actually,
Get in
you
shape.
know,
The only
in
so
shape and
one of
as
the
coping
very
mechanism,
few
like,
things.
it
One
was
of the
twofold.
very few things that I actually appreciate that Taylor did in her
Oh
fucking
god,
life.
which? Oh, you've got the Edge banner rolling. Great. I love how that continues to burn my eyes going across the title card.
Yeah. Shit, let me get rid of that. There, alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm not really picking up what you're putting down here, Arthur. I made up a lie about jogging to go fight Lung, but if anyone knew me, they would know I would never jog.
This
But
feels
you're-
like a situation of the fanfiction author saying, I know the character better than the creator.
Well, I mean, it's not just that.
That's what-
It's not that her lie was that she was out jogging. Her lie is that she has started jogging. So it's not like she
Yeah,
was claiming that she was like, "Oh yeah, sorry guys, I was just out jogging today." She's like, "Yeah, guys, I recently just picked up jogging as a hobby." Like that's a completely different framing. Like if anyone knew Taylor would be like, "Taylor, you don't jog." It's like, "Well, yeah, I just picked it up. I just started doing it." It's like, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's fair.
Oh wait, I think I got it. It's woe is me. Nobody pays enough attention to me to know the difference in my routine and know that I wouldn't jog, so they completely bought my bullshit lie.
But I mean, again, the problem here is she's not saying that her hobby is jogging. She's saying that she has just picked up jogging as a hobby. So it's a statement that you, instead of putting burden upon her to prove her statement, she is putting burden upon you to disprove her statement, because you can't. She doesn't need to prove that she just started picking it up, because she just came back sweaty in jogging gear. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need to go get camera footage now to disprove the fact that you weren't out jogging when you came back sweaty in jogging gear, saying you were out jogging. It's a like I said, it's a reframement of the scenario. So I'm confused by how the author's like, oh well, someone would have seen through this. It's like, well,
Would they?
no, they wouldn't have. If
You
you're
weren't during
in
the
jogging
year.
gear and you're sweaty and you're saying, yeah, I just picked up jogging,
Checks out.
We're going to assume yes. You are jogging.
Like, huh? You were jogging. You were actually fighting Lung. I know you, Taylor. It's like, wait, huh? Why? If anyone actually knew you, what would they think you were doing instead of jogging? Like, again, because like her whole point is like, oh well, if anyone knew me, they would know I was lying. It's like, okay,
What would you be
came
doing?
back sweaty, in jogging gear, claiming you were jogging. What would someone who knows you think you were doing instead? I'm not the fucking Riddler here. This isn't. Oh god. Oh god. Like, this is always the worst part, is early on in the story, is where we can't figure out if the author's retarded or the character is.
Author.
No, because sometimes I have seen the author correctly write Taylor, and I've said this in, I believe, both the SDM and Science channel, is that it makes me want to punch Taylor. That's how I know when the author's written Taylor correctly, because I want to fucking brain her with my fist.
In the very fourth line, she said the author has Taylor called Lung the most decorated cape in the bay. Decorated does not mean well known or anything. It means fucking like
Celebrated.
Celebrated.
Yeah.
So no, this is the author being fucking retarded and writing
If
shit.
if Long is the most decorated, this had better be an AU completely out of left field, and this is how they're introducing it.
No, fucking, where's the fucking meme of the medals? Oh, hold on, let me,
Long has been to 30 in bringer fights.
Yeah, Long is actually respected.
Oh, here we go, yeah. Lung showing up
Cape
for a
Beauty.
cape fight. Lung showing up for a cape fight be like...
Man, that'd be great if
Oh
Lung actually
yeah,
wore a
that
shirt.
fucking.
That'd be great if Lung canonically actually wore a shirt, but he doesn't. They'd all just be pinned to his skin.
Yes, the Grand Marshal.
All the medals are heat proof.
The funny thing is, that amount of medals isn't actually real, because there were more.
Yes.
Anyway. Just be careful. It's late out and there are some real creeps out there. All right, kiddo?
At night?
God,
You're
I hate this
jogging?
shit. In this economy? On the
I'm sorry,
eastern
you think
seaboard?
You think I'm letting my 17-year-old daughter out at night in Brockton Bay just to jog?
15.
After sunsets?
15-year-old. She's not 17.
Yeah,
She
15.
was
right, she's
underage when
oh,
she was
yeah, I forgot she's
she was underage
sophomore.
when she tried to get
Yeah.
with Brian, and she was still, I think, underage after Leviathan.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's just like... I hate this kiddo shit, by the way. He only ever calls her kiddo once. In the entire story. Me to this author. Yeah. I'm saving that one. Yeah, little
Alright,
girl
so
holding
Taylor-
quantum physics book, yeah.
Taylor didn't even fucking trigger from the fucking locker. That
No, she did.
not in this story.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
okay then.
no.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
apparently, yeah, Sophia apparently destroyed her fucking evidence journal that she had at school for some reason, and
The
Then
evidence journal
when-
that she specifically never brought to school because she knows
Yeah.
she would get destroyed.
yeah,
Okay.
And then she went to Mrs. Knott, the female teacher that she apparently likes in canon because she's nice to her.
Right.
And she said, "Can't do anything about it. We know you're getting bullied, essentially." And so, realizing that everyone knew and that there's no one on her side, she
Oh.
triggered.
Oh,
Oh.
of course, yeah.
Okay. Congratulations, teacher that she likes. You just opened the entire school up to a lawsuit, regardless of it being he said, she said. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't admit that,
Although,
even if you
essentially,
know it.
Yes,
it says all the
everyone
typical
knows I'm
bullshit.
being bullied and no one does
Yeah.
anything about it syndrome,
No,
also known
basically,
as...
she said she gave her all the typical bullshit that Taylor had no evidence to be her word against Sophia's and all that, and then it'd be often considered a bully for Sophia. Could ruin her life. Oh, and one more. Wait, no. This person even gets it wrong about Sophia. Apparently her dad's a lawyer, she writes, even though she's fucking not. It's Emma. Oh, no, next. Yeah, Mrs. Knott hadn't been talking about Sophia.
Author, you be
This
a
is just
dumb.
really this is shit, man. This is so bad.
Not even funny bad.
Okay, so
Nobody
are
knew
we in an
me!
AU because it's on purpose, or are we in an AU
Because the
because
author's
the
a
author
nerd.
doesn't know the story?
Author hasn't
No.
read the source material.
Second one.
No, it's author has read the source material. It's being used as an excuse to get it to trigger outside of the locker because they think it's the locker that would give her bug powers, which it is.
No.
But it could also have just as easily given her some other sort of power because it had multiple different things that was causing, like, that was making her feel that way.
Like,
It's just
in all honesty, she could have triggered with the teleportation power and teleported herself by accident out of the locker.
she
get
could
out
have
of the
triggered.
locker,
She
yes.
could have easily triggered with a power similar to fucking Sophia's, where she changes her body into smoke to get out or just to escape.
Yeah,
Phasing,
like
yeah.
the
Actually,
because-
shit!
Especially because
Because
Sophia was
Sophia was
around.
near-
So like Sophia, she could
Yeah.
have pinged off Sophia if Sophia was just closer.
Yeah.
Like the shards ping the nearest next shard to model what power they
Well,
hand out. So-
yes, but also no, because it would have been a power that fits Queen Administrator, which
Yes.
could have been anything. I've actually seen a good one where the power that Taylor got was the power to use other people's powers that were near her.
Yeah, that makes
Something-
sense. It's
Yeah,
shard
that-
administration.
Yeah.
that fits.
I think I've seen one like that.
I mean, I can even excuse bugs as it going, you know what? Nah, I don't want to copy Sophia. I'll just look at my environment and go, fuck it. Let's let her control bugs. They're
No,
really
I
handicapping
no.
it.
It's not. It's
No,
not
the
just
reason
bugs, though.
the reason why she could control lower life forms from bugs up to crustaceans was due to the fact that she was desperately wanting a friend to save her.
Yeah,
And so
not
her
just anyone. She
power,
wanted a friend.
yeah, so her power was like, okay, well then we'll
Here's
give
all
you a
the
bunch of friends.
Of all the friends, the power of friendship. Bugs.
Bugs.
Well,
Because I mean, honestly, she
Or-
could have triggered with like some sort of stranger power, similar to like Nice Guy or something,
Mhm.
in where you know, everyone around her gets mastered to think that she's like their best friend or something.
You could have just
Yes.
as easily been a master that could administrate people's emotions like Cherish.
Yeah.
Or
Could have been a shaker that controls the local space around them. They could have been a whole bunch of
Essentially,
things.
as long as it basically involved either administration or control, Taylor could have had any sort of power.
Yeah.
theoretically.
I was so tempted. Stealing nearby powers is a perfect match. Honestly, it would have been really cool. It would be really easy to set up too. Like without the even without the locker scenario, all you would need to do to get that sort of trigger scenario to sound feasible is you need to have bullying occur in a public environment where Taylor is like, you know, like no one's coming to help me. I need a hero. Why won't someone be a hero for me? And then her power's like, oh, well, okay. The ability to steal powers. I was so tempted to reply if the author was just creating an authentic self-insert. A question about Lord of Mysteries, isn't that one where the MC is just like a horrible human being? Yeah. Yeah, well, average self-insert fic. Oh, speaking of average self-insert fic, I found a wargaming system,
Oh,
from War Thunder,
no.
where the self-insert isekai character is transformed into the attack helicopters of War Thunder games, and they unlock more attack helicopter forms by
I thought
killing
you were gonna-
enemies.
Man
Defeat
did not
Comet.
say there. Man did not sit there and use the meme of I identify as Apache to make a statement.
Actually,
became
that
an
is
Apache.
that is quite literally the title of the story. Is I identify as an attack helicopter.
Oh God!
Ah.
Did he post it to SB?
QQ.
Yeah, because we know one of those would ban him.
Yeah. Are they catching on to Harry Voldemort maxing? What the fuck? This was not the Harry Potter he anticipated. Snape found himself studying pale skin, repel warmth, shimmered with unnatural silver light, cold metallic green. Those eyes were not Lily. They were not James. They spoke of power and danger. Do you guys know about Reverend Insanity? Apparently, it's the most popular Chinese translated novel. It sure is something. I do know about Reverend Insanity, and I did not like it. I thought it was stupid. Anyway. I have a pep in my step. There's a light at the end of my tunnel. I'm gonna go fight Lung.
That should not be a light in the tunnel unless you're seeing your death.
I'm still to this day getting the occasional like on goddamn author. I believe this was Silver King Isley. The light at the end of the tunnel shouldn't be a muzzle flash.
Yep, that was the one.
I remember that one.
That was a good one.
Oh God. Earlier today, Sophia threw I risked my life for the information in that journal. No, you didn't. It contained everything I needed to turn my life around. No, it didn't. And Sophia
Nope.
threw it in the toilet. Okay. Sophia had done worse. Wasn't even the top 10. I don't know why it let get to me. And then I went to complain to Miss Knott. And Emma has a dad who's a lawyer, and so everyone was scared of her. And how come Miss Knott was bringing... I hadn't even mentioned innocent Emma in my complaint, but why was Miss Knott bringing her up? Ain't that a damn hoot? Well, I think we figured out where in the U.S. they come from. So you see, yay, they knowed all along. Yeah, okay, yep. Okay, so apparently Taylor's Southern now.
God damn it.
A southerner from
Do
Boston.
not give us her. No.
Yeehaw, she shouts. You see?
Yeehaw.
Fuck are you?
You see? You see? You see? Why was it that I wanted to fight Lung? To stroke my ego? Close. I was poor, friendless, awkward, and had shitty grades. Well, I mean, pretty much all of those are entirely your fault.
Yep.
But I did have one thing going for me, superpowers. No one who's ever had superpowers in the Wormverse thought that.
Liked having superpowers. Except for maybe Jack Slash.
Well, okay.
Dolan and Alexandria definitely liked it.
Okay, well,
The
yes, but
tubes.
but counterpoint, they got their powers in a bottle.
Oh, I know, but they still had powers in Wormverse. Now, the people who got them through trigger events have never.
Yes.
No,
That's
Glory
why I
Girl.
said Jack.
Glory Girl, absolutely.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Glory Girl didn't have a fucking trigger event.
No, she
Yeah,
got
technically
too
she
stressed.
did. She
She
got
apparently,
fouled.
yeah. No, apparently
She had a
yeah.
trigger event, but it gets easier with each subsequent generation.
Yeah,
there's
her
that.
trigger event was someone brushed by her during basketball. Like,
She
I'm
got
sorry.
fouled in a basketball game and got upset over it and triggered.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm aware. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Like, oh, boo-hoo. The contact sport involved contact. What am I gonna do?
Yep,
Stolen
Phoenix is
Valor.
actually.
Yeah, true. Phoenix, you are on point. Stolen
Yeah.
Valor trigger event. Absolutely.
Oof.
As well as what all of Taylor's fucking
Like,
villainous
literally,
equivalent of
Glory
suicide by
Girl's
cop.
life is so fucking golden that her trigger event was someone fouling her one basketball game on a match that, as far as we're aware, didn't even matter to, like, anything.
No.
So it wasn't like, oh, this was the biggest match of the year. It was the
It's
championship title. It was
It was the
state. Yeah,
championship.
it's nothing. It was just a generic basketball match, and she got fouled once. It wasn't like the whole team was bullying her. It wasn't like she was having a rough day before that. No, she got fouled once
Mhm.
and triggered off of it with the full
Yep.
kabang.
Compare that to
Her.
Yep.
Yeah, compare
She
that
got
to
this-
others.
Imagine being
Superman
mad that
package.
someone
Yeah.
fouled you.
Like, compare that to others like Vista, who was so distraught and hated her parents arguing so much, she triggered with the power to have as much distance between her and the arguments as she could.
Yeah.
Imagine triggering from being tipped in Dota.
That's literally the
You-
equivalent. That is
you would-
literally the
yeah.
equivalent.
I mean, to be
You're
fair, you'd probably
welcome.
trigger by playing League of Legends, so.
Her shard is named Fragile One, triggered from getting fouled. True.
Yeah. Wasn't Fragile One also like a new shard? Like her very first user
It's
ever,
new,
world ever was.
but
Okay,
it's also
so, yeah,
a shard dumping ground.
Glory Girl's shard is a complete fabrication of Ward. Like, we have nothing in the original Worm canon about Fragile One. And the Ward retcon for Glory Girl and why she got the Alexandria package despite triggering way late in her life, and on top of that, from barely anything, is that
Yeah.
her shard was actually the cast-off, basically fecal matter of other shards that was rolled up into a giant ball and gained sentience and then shoved at someone else because no one really wanted to deal with it, so they was like, fuck it, and they just plugged it into the network and said, your problem now. And so when Glory Girl first had the chance to trigger, the shard immediately took it and just gave her as many powers as it could.
As strong as it could.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, so the
Oh,
retcon for Glory Girl is that she is such a fucking gold spoon baby that even her shard simped for her.
Well, everyone
Oof.
else has a shard. Glory Girl has a shot.
Yeah.
Well, the alternative is that
True.
her mom cucked her dad.
Yeah, with her
What?
uncle, apparently. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if
with
that's.
her uncle.
I kept seeing that in fanfiction, but I
I
don't know. If
yeah, I
that was
saw
an
that a
actual
bunch
thing.
of fan fiction. I don't think that's actually canon.
It was the official theory for the entire fandom at the time, and Wildbow liked it, but he also hates his audience, so he nixed it. The same reason
Okay.
he made Amy such a shitter in Ward and later in Worm, because, well, again, he hates his audience.
I mean, to be fair, with all that Amy's gone through, she was not going to be stable no matter what.
Well, I mean, it's probably less he hates his audience, because, I mean, he does somewhat. But I think it's honestly
he seems
more...
to smooth at them. at best.
Yeah, but I think it's more that he hates the fact that they don't like the characters that he wants them to like. It's sort of like a
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling moment
Yeah.
where you're supposed to like Hermione and her overly bossy nagging because it's J.K. Rowling's self-insert.
And then people didn't until she grew up and became hot, played by Emma Watson.
Yeah.
And so JK was like, no, I'm going to ruin that character.
Yeah. If you want a better example, it's what's her face, who does Ranma 1/2 and inserts herself as a cane. The author,
The author of Ranma?
Did the author actually do
Miko.
that?
Oh yeah, no. A cane is the self-insert of the author.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's
I don't think too many
Confirmed
people
or just
hate-
a favorite?
Oh, no,
theory?
it's 100%
No, it's
confirmed.
that it's
Yeah.
Rumiko's.
Rumiko, that's what it was. Yeah, and
She's
she
had a
also did
few.
Inuyasha, right?
Kagome from Inuyasha.
Yeah, and she's also
And-
she also self-inserted as Kagome. It's why the main
The girl
character of
from
all of her
Lum.
stories. Yeah, it's why the
So
main
small.
character of all of her stories is such a fucking massive bitch. Is because
like-
that's the author's self-insert.
Bitch.
Yeah. And the
Like,
author
not even
really
Tsundere, just
hated
a
that
bitch.
people didn't like a cane, and so she actively made shampoo worse because Cane kept losing the shampoo in the popularity polls that Japan runs for the mangas.
Well, she also made shampoo worse because people liked Lum better
Right.
than her self-insert in Uru, whatever the fuck. her
Urusei
Yeah,
first
yeah.
one was.
Urusei
Yeah, that.
Yatsura. And also,
Yeah.
didn't she make Nabiki like way more evil than she was supposed to be, and like selling out her family and all that just because?
I mean,
people
I feel
didn't
like that's
Nabiki
more
more than anything else?
flamerization than anything else. But
No, like
yeah.
if you look at the start of Ranma and then you look at the later parts of Ranma, Nabiki
True,
became
yeah.
way worse, way worse.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she went full retard with Nabiki.
She went from
Essentially,
she went from having Nabiki go around and stir up trouble for some money, and it was minor trouble, like telling people where Ranma currently was for money, and it went all the way to selling out the wedding and like sabotaging the whole thing so she could earn more money off of it.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
now hang on. She did have Nabiki right from the beginning, selling indecent, candid shots of
No,
her sister,
that was
and
not
then
at the
just
beginning.
straight up selling Ranma.
That was not at the beginning.
Not of her sister.
It was
That was
within
just
the
regular.
first couple of volumes.
No, she sold regular pictures to that Kuno guy. It wasn't indecent of her sister.
Yeah, it wasn't
The indecent ones beginning
until
with Ranma.
it wasn't until when she started taking pictures of Ranma being indecent that she started
Because-
selling a cane picture.
Because
were
Ranma not only
decent.
didn't care, but Ranma wasn't originally a girl, so Nabiki thought it was alright, and so did Ranma.
Hmm.
Because they didn't.
It
'cause
wasn't that
didn't have any
Ranma.
feelings
No, it wasn't that Ranma didn't care. It's that he didn't know she was doing it for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, she
I
was doing it stealthily.
that really doesn't make sense to me. Her being able to fucking sneak around and train.
She had
martial artists.
cameras
Well,
set up in the bathroom and bedroom.
She
Oh,
just
yeah.
somehow was able to do it. She was just somehow able to sneak around Ranma. She just was. How? She just was.
Well, she didn't, no,
Um,
she didn't fucking sneak. She set up the cameras ahead of time in places she knew Ranma would
Isn't
be, like
Ranma
the
in like
bedroom
the
and the bathroom.
80s? Isn't Ranma in like
Yes.
the 80s? Was cameras even that developed to do that without it being big
Yes.
and chunky?
no, no, it was no hidden cameras really back then. Not
the
available
tiny
to-
ones we're talking about, but
Not available to civilians, at least. No, she had to get
telephoto
all of her.
lenses.
She had to get her camera. She had to get her camera film developed in the black room that the school owned.
Yes.
Mm.
But no, she got a bunch of it with telephoto lenses from a distance. Like it's shown with her in certain shots with that camera with a big fucking lens on it.
Mm.
Yeah, I really don't know how she got a lot of those shots because, again, the shots were shown. It's like it's not from a hidden position. Like some of those were poses nearly that we were shown
Yeah,
her
it's
having
like-
apparently taken, and it's like Ron was like, I don't remember this happening. She's like, oh, it's just
It's
hiding
right
and
up
taking this
close.
picture. It's just like, how the fuck were you hiding taking this picture in a one entrance bathroom that has no cover in it? Like,
Nabiki
don't
is
worry
in the
about it.
walls. Nabiki
is in your walls. Yeah. You know what?
Unironically,
Maybe.
Sasuke is in your walls.
Yeah. It's anyway. So
Like,
I have a
in-universe,
C-list
Sasuke is
teleportation
in your walls.
ability. I have a C-list teleportation ability.
C-list.
That's who the fuck says C-list? Like that's such fucking. That's
not
like
even
our
the
lingo.
in-world. And that's not
Yeah.
even in world fucking what it is. She would have said she has a low powered mover ability.
The mover
Yeah.
ability, shaker ability, or a blaster ability, depending on how you wanted to define it.
That's technically mover plus what's the touch striker?
Well, it depends.
Because she
Well,
has to set a teleportation point.
yeah, it might be striker. Actually, yeah, you're right. So it'd be either mover, striker, or shaker, depending on how her things are applied.
Yeah, it's a combination of them. But even then, that's not low tier. Teleportation by itself is default starts about mid range on that.
Yeah, that's
But
like
again, the levels on those are not threat ratings
Yeah.
so much as
Yep.
how dangerous it would be
No.
to contain them. So it's not an actual power rating.
well, they are threat ratings, not a power rating, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but like it's ridiculous what this author's had Taylor do and come up with as a teenager for this power. Because her range is infinite between the two stamps as long as it's 150 feet around Taylor, and then it has a weight limit.
The range is
no.
infinite as long as it's near.
As long as it's between the two
A
stamps.
stamp is
As long as it's between the two stamps. What she does is she literally fucking mails a stamp to Britain, teleports to it, and then dumps it in the Atlantic Ocean. So her power is between Brockton Bay and the bottom of the Atlantic.
Oh, so as long as one stamp is 150 feet within. Okay. I was about to say, how is your range infinite if both stamps have to be within 100 feet of you?
No, but she can teleport in around her 150 feet, but as long as it's she's between the two stamps, like she can teleport as what she pleases.
Okay.
yeah, that's
And
kind of
that's low
fucking
power.
broken.
Yeah, it's hella broken.
Can she bring
And teleport
can't
objects
teleport-
between
Yeah, she can
them.
bring
My
people with her.
power has a weight limit. The closer to the stamp, the heavier. The closer to the stamp, the heavier. Wait,
heavier
my
she can move.
power. But that's
So
that's
she's
not a
holding the
But that's not
stamp.
no. But that's not a sentence. My
No.
power has a weight limit. The closer to the stamp, the heavier.
Don't worry about it.
That doesn't make fucking sense.
I
Up
mean, I
to
get what
3
she's
times my
saying.
weight. I don't understand what she's saying.
So what she can so the closer she is to the stamp, the heavier the item she can teleport. Up to 3 times her weight. They put a full stop there for no fucking reason. If she was within 10 feet, down to 1 pound anywhere within 150 feet of the stamp.
I know, but that's my point. Is she put a stop there for no reason? There is no context clues in the sentence that she created for you to understand what she means is that you could carry more weight the closer to the stamp you were.
Yes.
In fact,
The
by
only
the context clues that she's saying as she wrote them, objects get heavier the closer they are to the stamp.
Yep. Also, she can't teleport into. Yeah. Then there's the next sentence.
Yeah, I thought it too. Just teleport nails into Lung's brain. I couldn't teleport into living or solid objects because, of course, I couldn't. Only air and water.
So she can't telefrag people, but she can teleport into water.
Yes.
Okay, then just teleport an anvil 150 feet above Lung.
She can't because she can only teleport 1 pound 150 feet away from her stamp. Up to 1 pound.
Put a stamp on.
Can't she teleport herself? Wait, wait. Doesn't that mean she? Wait, that would mean she'd have to teleport only on top of her stamp then.
Or holding it.
Or if it's small, basically, so like a single nail.
Like her stamp.
Like
she keeps it in her pocket.
it's not even it's badly described, and it's arbitrary fucking add-ons to restrict the power because they.
Wait, this makes no sense at all. So basically, she could just eat a shit ton of food to get really fat and then become stronger.
Yeah,
like I said, she needs to go on a southern diet.
God damn it!
Need some pork and beans on those bones there.
She needs to be born a man who's heavier than women.
I mean, no, you can still build muscle mass. No,
Harder
no,
for a
you can
woman.
build muscle mass, Sneaky.
I said harder.
She
No,
sounds like the type of person who will know
Sneaky was
you,
being
Oni Lee.
dismissive.
Depends how close she is to a stamp when Oni Lee tries suicide bombing.
I know what you're thinking is, yeah, fortunately I could sense what I couldn't teleport. Call it stamp sense. That's how I found Lung's headquarters. The initial idea had been to slap a gangbanger with it, and to use a teleport, thus verifying their headquarters. Problem was, as the biggest loser at Winslow, I didn't know what my classmates knew, much less if they were actually gangbangers. Okay, so that's super easy. Just start insulting Lung. and see who attacks
I mean,
you.
I don't want to be the one to point this out,
You
but
have alerted the Horde.
with the way Wild Bow writes and did write Worm, you could probably
Doesn't-
just throw a rock at anyone who happens to match
Except
certain
no,
Well, see, that's
profiles that are
see,
not
see,
gang.
Max.
That's
That's
the
why
problem
I
with that.
said it would be really funny if Netflix picked it up because it's about proper levels of racism already.
Oh, I
Except
know.
there's also
Remember, there's
Actually,
only 16
like,
ABB
no,
members.
27. I thought it was 27.
Huh?
But yeah, no, ABB, those people that Taylor bit with bugs at the very start when she found Lung wanting to shoot the Undersiders, those are all the ABB members.
Yeah, I don't understand
Ironically.
that at all.
wait,
That's every single one. There's only like 16 or 27 ABB
Yeah, there's only
members.
16.
no, that doesn't make sense. Why did he write? Why was there the whole spiel from Taylor then about how there were a fuck ton of their members in her school?
Because they were just wearing the colors to protect
So
themselves,
according
basically.
according to Wild Bow, there's only 16 actual members of the ABB, 18 in counting Oni Lee and Lung. But everyone else just affiliates themselves with the gang.
Mhm.
That doesn't. Then they're part of the. You know, this is how I
Mhm.
know that he didn't do enough research into how American gangs tend to work.
Is this
Is this for
fucking
tax reasons? Yeah, they wanted to keep their gang under the 50 portion, the 50 people corporation size. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the idea of Lung being like, all right, which one of you fuckers didn't submit the forms? The IRS are breathing down my neck now. Even on Earth Bet, the IRS still reigns supreme in America.
Don't you know they got Number Man working for them?
Oh,
They'd get shit done if that was true.
yeah.
Shit, right?
Still
So who the fuck
yeah,
attacked Emma and Alan then? Oh, the ABB, of course.
yeah, one of the 16 who were
One
part
of the
ABB,
16.
one of them being a woman.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't one of the 16. It was several of the 16. I think. I don't know anymore.
It was like
Unless
two?
it was only 2 people.
Yeah, it's
One
only
of them
2.
was apparently part of the ABB. The other was we're not sure if it's part of the ABB or just that guy's woman.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Wild Bow is like hilarious level of racist. It's really funny.
Because I definitely remember that being a thing. Like, I feel like there was a line that said, like, going to Winslow, you throw a rock and you'll hit a gangbanger.
Yes,
Yeah.
there
From
is.
the
but that-
ABB
That's the line. Yep.
all the way
That
to
is
the
the line.
88.
Yep.
Yes, that is the line. But then the thing is, Taylor was wrong because according to Wildbow, those are all just people saying they're part of the ABB so that they're not attacked.
Okay, but like, this is Sneaky and
Yeah.
all the other Americans here. This is how we
Yeah.
know that he didn't do enough research. Because you know what
Yeah.
happens to people that use a gang's name claiming they're an affiliate or something?
Yeah.
They either
Yeah,
join the gang
I do that.
officially or get fucked.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
get fucking black bagged.
hmm
You
You don't do that
Yeah,
down
and
at the
and
border.
if they don't like you when they find you after hearing you've been doing this, you don't even get the choice.
Yeah.
You just get jumped.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, some of
give
the
him a
fucking
pair of
shit
cement
I had to
shoes.
hear the gang is doing, and back when I worked for the government, man, some of that shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Wildbow is more racist than his in-world Nazis.
Oof.
Like here's like the wild part, right? I never in my life thought I would ever respond to a phone call that I received one day with, "Oh yeah, this gang," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I think that's what they were called. How did you know that?" Well, this specific gang had a very specific ritual to join. You know, most gangs are like, steal this thing, shoot this person, whatever, right?
Mhm.
No. This gang specifically, the joining requirements for it is that you go out and you kill someone in cold blood specifically. It can't be someone you hate or whatever. It has to be a random person that has no relation to you that you just shoot.
Jesus.
And then you have to cut their heart out and eat it in front of the rest of the gang.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Is that
Hun-
MS-13?
No.
I was gonna say that sounds like some satanic shit. I don't know.
Well, they were not claiming to be satanic. Let's just say that.
Ah.
But yeah, no. Someone was describing a crime that occurred to report it to us. I was like, oh,
It's them.
them. I don't like where this crime's being reported because that means they've made a lot more headway than we thought they would.
Mhm. America, Jen. He lives in America.
What third world hellhole do we live in? America,
Chicago.
southern border.
Oh. Yeah.
Have we ever read the classic Demigods and Semi-Devils? Nope. Kind of sounds boring though. Okay, so frankly, I am not a huge fan of the I'm 1/16th devil stuff. I'm generally not a huge fan. I'm kind of I'm the sort of person who's fine with sorcerers who are like, I'm human, but I have a dragon ancestor, so that means I get some crazy magic shit. I'm
That's
fine with
just
that.
Sorcerers, I mean, dragons fucked everything, so yeah.
I know, but
Human.
my point is, it's not just dragons. It's like, oh, you know,
No, yeah.
my great grandfather was a
fae.
Yuki-onna, or you know, whatever. Insert mythical
yokai.
creatures here. You know, insert god, yokai, dragon,
Well, it's
devil,
more that humans
angel.
have fucked everything. So, yeah.
Insert mythological being king was in the family.
But my
Yes.
point is more, I'm of the opinion that if you do have a case where a mixed race occurs between human and supernatural entity, it's either going to be that supernatural entity or it's going to be a human plus, not a, oh, well, actually, I'm 2/4 devil and 1/3
Not-
angel, and that's why I have
Not
like a
the,
half of wing with that's like half
yeah.
bat. It's like, no,
You
get
mean
the
High
fuck out of
school
here.
DxD.
DxD, or like that Ruby mass crossover fan fiction with the character sheet to end all character sheets.
Well, yes, but no,
Oh,
I'm
fuck
for
off.
more actual stories. I'm talking more about that where I see
Yeah.
this done incorrectly is Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Where she's like, oh, well, actually, I'm 50% Vila. It's like,
My
okay,
grandmother is.
It's not how that works in universe. She's a full Vila.
no.
Mm.
In universe, canon is that she is 50% Vila.
50%. Her grandmother's full Vila, her mother is like 3/4, she's 50%. That's how they say it is. Which means her child is a quart with Bill Weasley is a quarter
Yeah,
Vila.
It makes no fucking sense at all. It makes
I thought
zero
that-
fucking sense.
I thought Vila bred true with that, but okay,
Nope,
I
that's
guess I'm
fanon.
wrong.
No, that's fanon.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate that shit. It's so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest shit in existence. If you're like, okay, well, you know, it's because this entire race is nationality French.
Half breed, quarter Vila.
Yeah.
Hold up.
That's not what half means.
Well, she's a half breed because fuck you. But anyway,
She's a quarter breed.
yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
point being is that it's really stupid because it doesn't make any sense at all as to how the species continues. If you have a female-only species, this entire species is made up of women only. That species, if it doesn't practice careful interbreeding, would immediately die out. And if it does practice careful interbreeding, it still is going to die out. You have to
have dominant traits that always pass on.
That's literally
also,
my point sign. That is quite literally what I'm trying to say. Is you need, if you're gonna have a female-only species or a male-only species, then you need to have them breed true every single time. Where it's okay, it was a boy, normal human with some extra, fire element alignment, right? But if it's a girl, it's a Vila. Period. 100%. Yeah, basic genetics. Read. Yeah.
So then, in a few years, we need to have one of these Vila that bred down mate with one of these male, not actually Vila that bred down, and have them mate together. That way, we rejoin the bloodlines.
No. How you would have to do it is if you have two Vila, they both have kids. You need to pair the male with the female of the other family to then have kids, and then their kids have to then interbreed with another Vila's kids, who then have to interbreed with another Vila's kids. So they basically just have to keep
doing that.
Forcefully pairing
until there's no human left in them, only Vila.
Well, no, because you still couldn't do that, Kaz, because what you would need to do is unless the magic prevents incest issues from occurring, because they still have majority human DNA, because you got to keep that in mind. Unless the magic is specifically preventing incest, you would need to be carefully,
it doesn't. We know it doesn't.
Basically, Rubik's cubing the family around to make sure that each generation is fucking an adjacent family's kids. So, but even then, your Vila-ness would go from 100% to 75% to 67% to 53%.
It takes 8 generations to breed from 1/2 back up to 100%.
Which also thanks to
no, because you literally could never do that though.
Yeah, and because of the Gaunt family, we know that magic doesn't get rid of the incest inbreeding traits.
Yeah,
because of the riddles.
Yeah, so it's just like you would have to make like a fucking multi-generational breeding graph just to keep your Vila-ness above 50%. Or alternatively, to make it less complicated, you could just have the girls be Vila. Wow, isn't that so much fucking simpler?
Yep. Although the fact that Vila are all female, it really pisses me off how the fan have created that fucking male Vila shit.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Ah, yes. Draco is a male Vila and seduces Femme Harry or Hermione or what the fuck ever.
Or male Harry.
Or male Harry.
Why did you have to bring that up?
To cause you pain.
We're looking at fanfiction and we're talking about Vila. It's a huge part of the Harry Potter fanfiction.
Yep.
It's just
unfortunately.
It's just so stupid. It never makes any sense. I always fucking hate it when this like gets brought up in any sort of series. It's either just make it easy. It's either human plus, or if you're gonna do half breeds, make the half breeds not fucking gender specific.
Yeah.
If they're male, they're a half-breed. If they're female, they're pure Vila. They're solved. Problem solved.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. What I'm saying, though, is if you are going to have a species that is one sex only, you can't make them produce a half-breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should be incapable of producing males.
But if they are two sexes, it's fine to have half-breeds of them. But it's still going to be silly to try and be like, yeah, you see this human? Yeah, actually they're half devil. I know you can't tell because they look perfectly human, And they this is one thing I never really liked about DMC, where it's like, oh, Dante and Virgil are half devil, but actually they're stronger than normal devils because their humanness gives their devil side a power up, but they don't actually look like devils unless they rip their devil half out of them. Like, okay, DMC makes it work because of just how extra they go with it.
Yeah, I don't actually know if they ever explain why they're stronger. I always figured it was just because their father was Sparta.
Yeah.
I think it is explained. So basically, devils, their power is based off of imagination. And because
humans are imaginative.
Well, no, it's
if
like
that's the thing, that
emotions,
makes a lot of
right? Yeah, so like
Yeah.
basically, like the devils become incarnates of emotions, and they can't really evolve outside of it, and like they have a tough time like ranking up as well because they're kind of like stuck in the state they are in, and because the human half has like an actual physical existence outside of the conceptual existence of the devil, it's able to evolve the devil half, then that makes them stronger because they're able to basically define their devil half more as time goes on and they experience more things.
You know, male, female, half-breed classifications. Who cares? Let's all just remember that Vila are all monsters because they're French.
Indeed.
Yes.
Death of the French.
Are they all actually French?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Apparently.
They originally
they aren't
French
one
Bulgarian.
note in the emotional range. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that they're one note. I'm just saying it's like this guy is the aggressive warlord, and that's like the concept they embody. And like this guy's like that's why Sparta betrayed the devil kind, is because he embodied the protector, and he was like, well, these guys need protecting, and you know,
I like the implication that Virgil managed to turn motivation into a like actual emotion and not just a
he is the
vague
motivation
concept.
demon. No, I meant Dante and Virgil are okay. All right, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. You gotta elucidate your thoughts a little bit more there, Jen, because you are not in voice and are not able to respond to what I'm saying when I say it. Yeah, that's why they power up so much. But it's also why devils can like turn into devil arms when they're defeated by other devils, is because that's basically the compromise between devils when they fight each other. Either the devil consumes the other and empowers themselves with the devil they just ate, or basically the devil enters into a contract of servitude with the person and like becomes a power up for them for, you know, time. And so that's why whenever Dante went around and Virgil went around beating the devils, instead of eating the devils would be like, well, hey, you just got a new pair of gauntlets.
Hey, you look like a guy that likes nunchucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Virgil's disgust at paying child support leveled him up. Yes, he was feeling particularly motivated. You can't avoid your taxes, Virgil. It's an obligation.
I still appreciate that they did that big reveal with Virgil being Nero's dad, and I feel like the entire community was just like, yeah, we know. Where else would he have come from?
Where else would we have gotten Yamato?
Dante? I'm pretty sure he doesn't know about sex.
Dante's the kind of guy to know about and just not care.
Dante's there to have a good time.
Yes, that clip is great. Tax evasion is a crime, Virgil. It's an obligation. I don't
Maxor.
care who the government sends. I'm not paying taxes.
I haven't watched that Maxor video. I need to do that tomorrow.
Oh, really? No, that's great.
Thank you for reminding me of this.
Dante fucks. He just knows when to pull out or wear a condom. I don't think Dante does either. I think he just does devil magic to make it not fertile.
What are you talking
Virgil,
about? Dante
I feel
doesn't
like
even know what sex is.
no.
Pretty sure he's been kicked in the balls enough that he's just not fertile.
Virgil's the sort of person.
I just want to see the woman that Virgil was like, yes, this is the one I will have a one-night stand with.
I think we do see it.
I don't,
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know
we
that
know
we
who.
do. I don't think we ever did. Like, people have theorized that it was a certain, like, character in DMC4. But what
The chair.
I love the fact that the plastic chair
The
isn't
chair.
canon, but it basically is.
it's so powerful.
Hi, we're
Don't-
just
if
calling
there-
about the taxes. Yeah, I know. Dante's on the case. What? Dante, doesn't he work for you guys? No, we're calling about the taxes that Dante owns. Dante!
It would be fair that is in character for him to lecture his brother about this thing, but also do the same.
Well, no, yes, but also in the Maxor video, he was pretending to be a Fed collecting people's taxes that they owe so he could pay off his own taxes
Yeah.
with their money.
So he's just casually committing a felony.
Yes.
Casual felonies. Virgil's committing competitive felonies.
Yeah.
Virgil heard that Dante was committing felonies, and he felt left out.
Everything has to be a competition, Dante. I'm still up.
God damn it, Dante! God damn it, Virgil! Racism isn't a competition! Then stop making it one, Dante!
You see, Dante, it is a competition, and I'm winning.
I'm the professional here, Dante! Wait, actually, you got a job with that? The author of HDT literally made a scene with Virgil-like characters sitting on a plastic chair. Not surprised about it. HDT.
Death, whatever. Hell difficulty tutorial.
Oh, hell difficulty tutorial. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I know what image he's talking about. It has the main character sitting in that chair.
The true throne of the boomers.
Yes. Oh, God. Dante is a chaos fruit monster drinker. Virgil drinks only Monster Light.
I have seen way too many different monsters in my time coming up here.
Yeah, it's kind of a popular thing up here.
There are flavors I didn't know even existed.
No, there's a lot of flavors. And
I
by the way,
lemonade.
it was a fucking
Lemon lemonade.
ripoff. There were 2 monsters for $6. And it wasn't even the tall cans, it was the small cans.
Ew.
Hmm.
Bro, this shit's getting out of control.
A 20-ounce of Dr. Pepper will cost you $2.50. Yeah, I remember when it was $1.
15
Yeah.
ounces was $3.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember when gas was below $2.
Yep.
I remember when I complained about gas going up from $1.08 to $1.10.
Times
And
have
now
changed.
it's
350.
over 3.
Yeah,
It's 2 something right now.
Ah.
260 something, I think. Last I checked.
but yeah. Anyway, so Taylor is gonna go MLG Elite Haxor all over Lung. And I used my journal. I used the journal with all the proof of the bullying in it as my hero diary as well. So I brought it to school.
Why?
Why would you write in a diary and then bring it to school where you constantly have your shit stolen?
Including your mother's flute.
Because she's retarded.
I'm
this
gonna
is
out
twice the other
myself
flute.
as a cape, and then I'm going to write it in this fucking journal, and then I'm gonna bring it to a place where it gets stolen.
Masterful.
She wasn't a cape yet, but yeah.
A 40-minute drive costs my American buddy $60 to go both ways. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Canadian fuel, I bet, is ridiculously high.
That is a stupid amount.
Nobody cared, nobody cared, no one would ever care. So why would I fight a dragon? Oh, she wants to commit suicide by cop. Okay.
Sudoku.
So basically
Sudoku.
Canon Taylor, which is Canon Taylor, but...
Oh, it's just killing Taylor. Who cares?
No, Canon Taylor is climbing up on the cross, not trying to kill herself.
Yeah.
You wouldn't kill an innocent girl, would you? Yeah, like this. Watch.
Yes. Innocent and worm.
Well, yeah.
If Taylor wasn't so afraid of guns, she would probably hold herself hostage to make people stop committing crimes. Fuel is $1.30 per liter. Bro, that's like fucking... Wait, in CAD. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. We gotta do this.
That in English?
Yeah, we gotta do
in
conversion
gallons?
shit here. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we need to not be
liters to
speaking in the
gallons.
French language, Sneaky.
Yeah, okay, so, how many is 1 gallon? So 3.7, and then we have CAD to usage.
0.72 dollars.
1.3. Alright, so that's 9.4 US dollars.